We oftentimes get questions about when someone should file bankruptcy. And the answer to that can be different based on everybody's circumstances. But one thing is almost always true. If your home is nearing foreclosure or you're quite a ways behind on a mortgage, it's a really good time to consider bankruptcy. Outside of bankruptcy, there are usually a handful of options, and the banks have been really good about providing hardship paperwork to folks that might allow them to, amend their mortgage or modify their mortgage, change payments, move payments to the end of their mortgage period, or even extend their mortgage out longer, depending on their circumstances, their income, anything that might be expected to change. But if you've exhausted those options or you haven't taken advantage of them and you get a notice of foreclosure, the bankruptcy is likely the only way to ensure that you're able to save your home. If saving the home isn't so much the issue, but instead you're dealing with an overwhelming amount of debt, maybe too many creditors you have to pay, or too much debt and you're not able to make minimum payments, or perhaps you had a catastrophic injury and spent some time in the hospital and weren't able to have insurance coverage for it. Those are all the kinds of situations that you'd want to consider filing bankruptcy as well. But you usually don't want to do that immediately. And the reason for that is bankruptcy is not a great option for someone who is in immediate financial distress without the opportunity to turn around and know that they're going to bounce back. Okay, so if you lose your job, for example, and you're not able to pay all of your credit cards, or you're not able to pay the medical bills or anything else that you've had pile up, then filing a bankruptcy immediately may not be a good idea because you don't have a new job lined up, or a severance package isn't going to be enough to deal with this. Instead, you may want to wait a little bit of time, because during that time period, you may incur additional debt. And what you don't want to do is file a bankruptcy, then turn around and start incurring debt, or not be able to incur debt because your credit has taken a hit, but also not have enough money to buy food and pay for your house payment or pay for your rent. So instead, I'd encourage you to wait until you've found new employment, or you have steady source of income, or you've established with your network of, whether it's family or friends or anyone else who might help you through this hard time. Once you've established that and you'll be able to cover your expenses, then it's probably time to look at filing a bankruptcy of some sort, likely a Chapter 7 case.